begin with the myths of love. We're going to go through these. The myths of love, I've done a lot of thinking about. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all of your loving comments. Yeah, it warms me. I can feel it, and I'm giving it back to Amsen. I've done a lot of thinking about why are we so disconnected from love, right? Like if love is who we are, which is my premise that I bring to a conversation, then why are so many people acting out of alignment with love? And what I've come to is we've been sold an idea of love that's not actually true. And that's fucking hard to accept. I hope you guys don't mind me swearing. Sometimes I need to like get it out, you know. It's hard to accept that the most beautiful, powerful force has actually been misconstrued and misrepresented by media, Hollywood, Disney, etc. This idea that we're not whole, that we need a knight in shining armor to come and save us, that love is found in another and not within us, and it's been romanticized, you know. But the truth about love is that it's a frequency. The truth about love is it's a state of being. The truth of love is it's an alignment to your integrity. And it's not until we start to frame love like this that we start to bring back our own power, right? I am lovable. I am enough. I don't need your validation. I don't need a partner to make me feel that way. I don't need my success to make me feel that way. I am that as I am right now. So the first myth, and it's a principle of Love Out Loud, my book, is that love is not found in another. It's a self-perpetuated experience. If you would like, I encourage you maybe to write these down. There's 5. Love is not found in another. It's a self-perpetuated experience. This means that when you experience love, it's intrinsic. When we're falling in love, we think it's the other person that's making us feel this way. When we finally hit our financial target, we think it's the money that's making us feel this way. No, it is intrinsic. It's a feeling that you are feeling inside of you, and you have access to that no matter what. This is like all of your feelings, yeah? This is within you. It's not a result of the external world. So important to know. 2, love is your nature. When you act out of alignment to love, you are going against your very nature. It's inevitably, as we were talking about before, going to create suffering, conflict, tension, resistance, so on. And just to sort of elaborate on that, a lot of people say, well, if we are love, then, you know, why are we not choosing love? It's a question I get asked a lot. Misrepresentation. Also, sometimes we have the awareness of what the loving choice is, but we don't have the capacity to choose it. So a really simple example would be you had a fight with your partner. You have the awareness to know that it's the right thing to do to apologize, and yet you're not taking the action. You know, your pride's getting in the way, you're stubborn, etc., etc. It's because your capacity isn't quite there. And if you start to think about your capacity to love as a fitness that you have to train, game-changing. And you train it by taking the action, and your nervous system is actually going to expand to be able to hold more and more love and make more loving choices, and being a bigger person, which is so important in leadership. I can't tell you, I've done a lot of business consultation through my journey. That's something that I've done as I've built my businesses on these very topics, and developing conscious cultures and loving cultures and helping leaders be leaders, really. It amazes me that there's so many leaders that aren't big enough to lean in to those conversations and take ownership and responsibility and actually choose love. But so few of us actually have ever learned this. So you just got to understand and have compassion, and we just got to keep striving to do better. Myth 3, becoming complete with love is a process of aligning your heart and mind. These need to be coherent, and actually, you know, your gut as well. That's the ultimate. When your head, heart, and gut, your 3 brains, are all coherent. So imagine it like an energy that is free flowing through all of them. This is incredibly powerful. You know, it's not just about being in one energy center. that we can only be analytical and pragmatic, that we can only, follow the heart. Actually, when we're balanced, it's a synergy between all three. And what's going to start to happen the more that you're aligned and balanced, is your mind is going to start acting like a servant, like a mistress to the heart. And rather than calculating all of these manipulative ways to grow your business, it's going to start calculating what your heart truly desires. And this is incredibly powerful. 4, life is not happening to you, you are happening to life. Boom. We think life is happening to us, but we are happening to life. Where we come from, what our intentionality is, the basis of our decision making, our beliefs. When we become conscious of this, we realize that reality is moving around our internal world, that this is a movie screen and our consciousness is the projector. Whoa, life-changing. You realize you are the creator. And so to reach a state of self-love is to see love as in you in all things. When we truly reach a state of love, we just see love. We see love and possibility everywhere. The world doesn't change. The way we see the world changes. And the 5th and final is our evolution is happening regardless of whether or not we're participating in it. So that's just a really powerful concept that I've written into the principles of love, because love is only ever seeking more of itself, right? So when you realize that evolution is always there, the expansiveness of love. So when you accept that as a premise of your reality, then you can start asking questions, well, why don't I always experience it? And you recognize that it's actually your perception and your alignment to that which always is, which is changeable, right? That's actually changeable, which is powerful. It's hard taking responsibility, but once we've taken responsibility, we actually then have the power to always come back into alignment. And all of us are going to stray at some point in our life, but it's about coming back into alignment with that love and with cohesion and be reconnected to that infinite trajectory of possibility.